Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to 50 Years. It's a game by Alexander Golovkin? I don't know if I've pronounced that right, and also I don't know if that's entirely correct, because that's what it says on the Steam page, but when I roll over to credits it says Sasha Golovkin, so I don't know which one it is. But we'll say both and hope that helps out a bit when finding it. It's an interesting little indie game here. It's in early access on Steam. It's currently $4.99 US, and it's a strategy game, but it's like a lunch break strategy game. Which is what really caught my attention about it, because it's got you can play through a game of it in about 20 to 30 minutes, probably closer to the 20-minute realm there. So it's a nice little distraction when you're like trying to kill some time, or instead of playing Free Cell during your lunch break, you might want to play this. It does have some idiosyncrasies about it that we're going to get into in a moment. And before I get too far ahead of myself, just a full disclaimer: I have received this game I received a key for this game from the developer via Keymailer. So I did not pay for this. This is a marketing push thing, jigger, I guess is the best way I can put that. So I just want to make that fully clear. And obviously, I'll also have that disclaimer in the description of this as well. So I think we should just get into the game again and see it. Now, like I said, this is early access, so it's not quite balanced yet, and it needs a little bit of work here and there. So let's just play on normal. And there's a couple different races, or a couple different factions you can play. Americans, you get an extra 100 gold per turn. The British, each forester's hut gives plus 10 wood and plus 10 faith per year. And we'll get into what that means in a bit. The Greeks, you can build a maze, will grant you a free Minotaur. Building a pond will grant a free Hydra. Minotaurs, by the way, really badass. I tried to take on 3 of them and lost. Free Hydra, mazes and ponds don't require other buildings. The Russians, you can sell fur so they don't build lumber mills. Foresters' huts give plus 100 gold per turn. The Japanese, a random unit in the army gets an ability to deal double damage and to block 1 damage. The French, I love this one. Wounded units retreat, which, as backhanded as that sounded, actually is very, very important for this game, as you'll see when we get into the. Normally, your units don't retreat at all, so it's to have units that retreat is actually probably a positive here. The Celts get an additional 30 faith per year. Effect lasts until the deforestation begins. Forces of Nature heals warriors for 15 life during the battle. Romans, building a barrack will grant a free swordsman. Building a stable will grant a free knight. Swordsmen and knights can be hired for points of faith, or for faith points as the case would be. Byzantines, after acquiring the first point towards a belief, a second belief is immediately granted for free. So that's all our choices here. I've played as the Americans, I've played as the British. I have not played as the Greeks or the Russians. I kind of want to play as the Celts, but I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out for us. I did play as the Romans, and I kind of liked the way that they play. I actually got pretty far with them. So I think we will start the game as Romans. Now, something else to note here. This, as with many Game Maker games that I've seen come by that I have not done videos on, this one suffers from the same thing that those do, which is it's like a postage stamp size window. I've got, and you can't resize it. So I have a AutoSizer, which is my program that I use that will resize windows that are frustratingly unresizable. And I was able to do it that way. There is a setting that allows you to go full screen, quote unquote, on it. But you still get the black bars on either side. Because it's not a widescreen, it's a, like a either a 16 by 10 or a 4 by 3. I can't really tell which think it's more like 16 by 10 here. So those kinds of things are a little bit frustrating, at least from a YouTuber's perspective. So I would implore developers out there who are looking to get some eyeballs, some YouTuber eyeballs on their stuff. Your stuff's going to fall by the wayside unless you support 16 by 9 out of the box. Especially when your graphics are actually not that bad. Like, I mean, the animations in this are non-existent, but the style, the artwork here is actually quite nice, which is another thing that drew me to it. I just wish that it wasn't so, you know, I wish I didn't have to jump through so many hoops just to get a decent video of it out there. So there you go. That's my first gripe. That's my first world YouTuber problem gripe. Now, as far as the depth of this, it's not a very deep strategy game. Like I said, it is supposed to be a very quick thing where you sort of like a 20-minute thing. So if we look around for a second, we look at scouting. What happens is each turn, your scouts go out and try to find stuff in the world. Now, from what I've seen, when they do encounter stuff, when they will, without you doing anything about it, you kind of have to handle what they encounter, or else they just sit there. It doesn't look like they actually move on from that encounter unless I'm not seeing it. So you do kind of have to deal with what they come up against. And right now, the world is pretty well set in stone. Like, I know that this is going to be like the chicken. Yeah, in fact, it even says it when you hover over it. Just deal with the chicken devil, right? You know this is going to be chicken devil, even though it's got the question mark there. And then these are almost always the same thing, except they might have different enemies based on what faction you're playing. So that's one thing. Another thing is up here we've got our resources. Right now we've just got gold and food. Food obviously is used to limit the amount of peasants and swordsmen and other units you have, and we can get more units as we go. The one thing I will say about this, I know some games do this where they don't show you all the different resources until you actually have one of those resources, but there is wood in this game, and there is soon to be faith in the game as well. You'll soon see it, faith in the game, which all play a part in things. And when you don't show them on the screen, like when you eventually have something that you have to buy with that stuff, I didn't know where to look to find stuff. I'm like, where am I looking up here for stuff, because I'm not used to it. So I kind of think that even if you have 0 of something, it should probably still show up on the screen so that you can know where to look, and you know what to deal with, especially if there's no help in the game. Like you're just trying to figure this game out as you're going. So that's it. The construct a building. This one too also had me kind of I wasn't quite sure what was going on here at first. So if it's just a outline like this, it means you don't have it yet. If it's fully shaded, it means you do have it. I didn't realize that, and when I first played the game, I went and said, oh, I probably should get a barracks, and didn't realize I already had one, and it gave me a second one. I was like, well, that was a waste of 650 gold. And you do have to burn a bunch of turns to get gold back and stuff. So we start out with 1,000 gold with this particular faction. We're getting plus 100 gold each year right now. We're making 100 gold each year. And what we need is either a forester's hut, which gives us not only +1 to our food, which will get us to 6 food per year, but it'll also give us another 50 to our gold. Or we can do like a lumber mill, which will subtract 20 gold for each peasant that we have and add 20 wood for each peasant, because they'll be dividing their time between the gold mine and the logging lumber mill. But this is the only way right now to generate wood that you need for other things. Now, the interesting thing here is, and it's hard to see with the way that they have the stuff here, and I didn't realize this as I was going along, but this costs gold. This costs wood. You have to have wood for this. This also costs wood. And then so does this. And your archers and stuff that you get out of here also cost wood. So which is a little bit more visible on the screen, but in here, when all you've got are the tooltips, it's very hard to tell that this is gold and this is wood. You know what I mean? It is nice that they say, this requires a stable and all that stuff, but it's still, there needs to be a demarcation there of what's actually going on. But again, early access, all those things. Let's see. So the town hall it gives you peasants. You get 10 peasants for each town hall. This basically increases the amount of peasants you can have. The barracks increases the amount of swordsmen you can have. Right now we can have up to 4. And the forester's hut I just talked about. The church will be necessary to generate faith. Some units require faith to be generated. You also get faith each year. You increase the amount of faith you get each year by successfully defending your town from enemies. And we'll see that in a little bit, because usually after this first turn we get attacked or so. I don't think there's a random element in there yet, because it seems like I've been getting the same things over and over again as far as that's concerned. Or we can do a chicken farm, which gives us 4 food. Thing with this is we don't need that much food right now. In fact, if I click on it, it'll tell me, do you really want to do this right now? Because you've got some food already. So we don't really want to do that yet. What I'd like to do is get the forester's hut going so that we can start to build up not only some more gold, but we get some food out of it. Well, actually, more like I want to get some gold out of it. Although the lumber mill, I'm actually kind of tempted to do the lumber mill right now, because the wood will be useful to get some archers and stuff. Let's see. Let's do the lumber mill. We'll construct that building, and then we can construct... We actually do both, I guess. Although, do I really want to do both? Because this will leave me with only 200 gold left. I think I want to... Yeah, see, the problem is now I can't hire a swordsman, which is going to be interesting at the end of this. But we usually on normal I can make it through the first year. We'll see if that's still the same or not. But let's hire a peasant so we get some more. We're generating some more of this gold as we go, and as you can see, I'm consuming 2 food now out of 5, and then that's about as deep as it goes right now. So we'll end the year. And now we're being attacked. You can see the attackers list by rolling over this. We're being attacked by a militiaman who's got 15 life and 2 to 3 damage and 3 courage. Now, the weird thing on this is, and I didn't realize this the first time I was playing, usually when you have a game that kind of gives you this view like this, your units are down the bottom, but that's not the case this time around. Your units are actually up here, and you can see I don't have any units. Because I was playing this and I'm like, wow, am I winning? Am I losing? I must be losing. And then, no, I was actually winning because my units were up here in the yellow and then the enemy units are in the red. So it's just a kind of a weird reversal there that's kind of you're not really expecting when you first look at this game. But I'm going to have to call on a militiaman because we don't have anyone to defend us. So we're going to call on him and hopefully he will win this fight. If he loses this fight, then the game's over. So... Looks like he got the first strike in on that guy, so that's good. There we go. And I gained 10 faith points. So that means we now have 10 points to go out of a possible 150, and we're not generating any per year. So we just got those 10 just as a one-time dealio thing. We're generating 160 gold per year and 40 wood per year. So that's what those are telling me about. The swordsman, I can use this little plus here is to use faith. I can use 50 faith instead of hiring them for 600 gold. I could use 50 faith to generate a swordsman for me. But I don't have that much faith yet, which sounds very funny. I don't have the kind of faith necessary to do that. And nor do I have the gold. And so you kind of see the first problem here, which is I'm now in year 2 and there's not a damn thing I can do. So all I can do is just keep saying end the year until I actually get some money to do things. End the year again. So now we're at year 4. Your first 5 years tend to go out this way. It's just the way the game is structured right now. And I guess we gotta go another year here. Right. So now we're at 660 gold. We got 140 wood. What I'd like to do is let's get ourselves a swordsman because we're going to need him. So we'll get that going. I'm going to go construct a building. And I'm going to construct a shooting ground so we can get some archers. And as you can see here, the archers cost 200 wood, not gold. I was looking at this at first. I was like, oh, 200 gold, I can do that. And then I realized, no, it's 200 wood. And we only have 40, so you got to manage your different resources. And as you can see, these are the 4 resources that I know of in the game right now: the faith, food, wood, and gold. And let's see, where's our scouts at? You can see our scouts have been marching along the whole way. So we got like 3 more years until they reach the Chicken Devil, and we'll see what that entails. And that's about all I can do. So let's end the year, and we're attacked. And again, this guy seems to attack after turn 5 all the time. So at least on normal. So I don't know. They say it's random, but it's not a very good pseudo random if it is that. So you can see I've got my swordsman, who should do he does 5 to 6 damage, so he should have no problem taking on this militiaman by himself. And it is an auto resolve thing, so you do have to make sure you just, if you feel like you need more militia, you can call it more militia. They are taken out of your peasant pool, so your peasants that were for that year won't generate any money for you that year because they were too busy fighting. So you gotta balance those two things out a little bit. All right, so we're in year 6 now. We've got 20 faith. This takes now 60 faith because I already have a swordsman. So it steadily increases as you try to add more in there. And only this is only for the Romans, I think, have this. I don't think anyone else I don't think any other factions have this. I think this is a special one for the Romans. I believe. I don't quote me on that one. All right, so we have 220 gold, which is not enough to do anything with. I would like to get some more peasants that they would generate, 100 more gold per year, as you can see there. And we'll also need food at some point. Now, if I look at constructed buildings, we've got the Druid's Oak is 620 wood. We're not going to be there for a while. If I do a Forester's Hut at 300 gold, we'll get +1 food and another 50 gold per year. So that'll be probably a good thing to do. And then we'll eventually need the chicken farm, but not right away. But I can't afford that yet. So year 7 we go to, and we'll just fight this guy. It's just another militia against my swordsman. So we got 10 more faith points. We're up to 30 now. So 30 more, and we'll be able to just get another swordsman basically for free without using anything. So let's get the Forester's Hut on there. And also another thing to note, you can build more of these. I could build more Forester's Huts. I could build another lumber mill if I really wanted to build up my wood faster and get up to the Druid's Oak and the Enchanted Forest faster if I wanted to do that. But right now I'm content with just trying to make do with what I've got. So we almost have enough for an archer, which will help a little bit. And that is about all that we can do. So end the year. All right, the scouts have discovered the Chicken Devil's altar. So you go into scouting here and you can say deal with the Chicken Devil. Now, if I don't do this, I think these guys just wait here. I don't think they keep on trucking along. So you kind of are incentivized to deal with it right away. So if I click on that, I've got 3 different options. I can deal with it via transformation, i.e. the Chicken Devil will give me a scroll of transformation, but he will take my soul in exchange. All units in the enemy's army turn into zombie chickens. The scroll can only be used once, so it's if I'm really overpowered, or I'm really, there's way too many enemies coming after us, which will happen a little bit later on in the game. I can make another deal with them that requires killing. The Chicken Devil will kill a random enemy unit before each battle starts, but the devil will take your soul later. Or you can just banish the damn thing and don't get anything out of it. So that's what I'm going to do, because I don't need the... I would prefer to hang on to my mortal soul. Immortal soul. That's kind of a contradiction in terms there, I think. So, that said, now that we've done that, I don't have any real money to do anything. This is the unfortunate part of the game right now. The early game is a lot of just saying, I don't have any money. And you're just kind of sitting here just chugging along. at very, very bare bones rates. All right, three militia against my one guy. All right, we're gonna need a peasant to come up here and help us out, because 3-on-1 is a little bit much. So let's fight. And yeah, my swordsman's really taking it on the chin there, isn't he? All right, we got 30 faith points because we killed 3 of their guys, which actually gives me another swordsman for that faith. So there we go. So now we can re-bolster our defense a little bit. And everyone, all your units heal up every year, because every turn is a year. And obviously it's the game is called 50 years, so you get 50 turns. Although I've only gotten as far as 25 turns, and you'll see why as we go along here. But I do need to generate some more gold if I could. So I'm going to hire another peasant. Just going to use up pretty much all the gold I had. And we're close to next year. We should be able to get an archer. So we'll end the year here. A den was found. Zombie Chicken's Graveyard. Scouting. So here you go. These are mostly all dens of some sort. And they are different every time. Like sometimes it's zombie chickens. Sometimes it's, I've seen on other factions, sometimes it was like a unicorn. There was one that I came upon that was 3 minotaurs that just completely decimated my army without really even breaking a sweat. So the zombie chickens aren't that difficult. In fact, we get a reward of 2 food. It's just that they are in large numbers, and I need to sort of wait until I have more than just 2 swordsmen to do it. So I can hire an archer now, which is good. That actually might be enough against the zombie chickens, because they do go down relatively quickly. But kind of, like I said, if you lose your army, you're done. So I'm kind of going to play it a little bit more conservative, I think, and just hang on to what I've got for now. And nothing else I can do really. I mean, 350 gold, 1,000 gold, 600 wood. Yeah, everything costs way too much for me right now, and we're maxed out on the food, so I can't hire any more people. Which is gonna be interesting, because I need some, like, if I can get 500 gold here. We're doing 290 gold each year, so I should be able to get this chicken farm, which will give me some more food and allow me to hire more people. Alright, we got 2 swordsmen, and we've got an archer and 2 swordsmen, so I think we'll be okay without calling up any militia. So let us fight. I think I'm going to lose one of my guys. Yeah, I did. Lost one of my guys. Got 66 faith points though. Alright. So as you can see, I'm down to 1 swordsman again. They don't replenish. Once they're dead, they're dead. So you have to rehire them or use your faith, which I do have some faith. So we'll just use that to replenish our swordsman there. And what was I going to do with the money? I was going to do... Oh yeah, we got to go and get some food in this joint here. So we'll get a chicken farm going. So that should get us up to 10 now. So now I should be able to hire more people as we go. Now the scouts, as you can see, they're not going anywhere. So it's, as long as they're just going to sit there and not continue scouting out, because they keep finding this chicken graveyard. Until I do something with the chicken graveyard, they're just going to sit there and wait. So that's unfortunate. That means I can't find any other like special things, but so far there hasn't been anything that was really mind-blowing. I mean, some of them give you food, some of them give you like the unicorn. I think when I defeated the unicorn, it gave me +1 food every year or something like that. It was just some kind of special buffs as you're going. All right, so we're gonna end this year. And yeah, we still don't have much of anything, do we? Yeah, end the year again. All right, 680. Let's get some peasants, because I want some more. I need money. I need to be generating money a lot faster, because once we get the year 25, all hell starts to break loose. At least the last time I played the Romans, it started to. Fortunately, I don't have a stable or a church yet. The church would give you plus 50 faith per year, and then you can upgrade it to a monastery, which then gives you access to paladins, which are knights that have just upgraded to level 2, basically. And cathedral, same thing, allows exorcist training, which are taken from knights. I guess that is against when you're going against ghost enemies or something. I don't know. And then Sky City allows angels to be hired. So you can see it, and you get plus more faith per year and all that stuff. So you can kind of build out your town the way you want it, assuming you can get a good leg up on things. That's really the hard part right now. Is just the ramp up to it is very slow, very, very slow. So there's still a lot of I think yeah, these guys shouldn't be too bad. There's going to be a lot of balancing, I think, that's going to be needed, because the early game drags a bit. So we got that. So we can actually hire another. Oh, it takes 70 faith now because I have 2 swordsmen. All right, goes up by 10 every time. All right, I got what you're putting down. Let's get another archer. What was the next one up? That's 620 wood, right? Yeah. The druid I haven't actually been able to use yet, so, but I have gotten a druid's wood, but just haven't had enough wood to actually hire a druid for it. And I would like to get some more money going. And then, yeah, here's my other problem too, is I keep looking at this thing like, I gotta build something. It's like, no, there's really nothing for you to build yet. You know you don't have enough money to build anything, so stop looking there. Alright, now we're up to 700, huh? I think... Let me think here. I think getting another... So we're at 9, this will get us up to 10, right? So I should probably... you should probably... Let me think. Should I get another forester's hut? That'll give me more gold per year. It'll give me 1 more spot for people. Or I can get another chicken farm, which will give me 4 more people that I can have. Let's try getting another forester's hut, I think. That might be a good idea. That'll give us a little bit of runway. Not much, but a little bit. We'll end our year. And now, as you can see, they are throwing everything they got at me. 3 swordsmen, huh? Interesting. Interesting, I say, and an archer and a militiaman. So this will probably be the end of us, I'd imagine. Let's call up a militia. Let's call up 2 militia, and we'll fight and hope for the best here. You can't avoid a fight unless you're the French. Then you can retreat. But yeah, we're pretty much. We're pretty much done here. And that was it. We held out for 15 years. Like I said, the game it's supposed to be a very short game, but it's also they don't pull any punches on you. And the early game you get it's very hard to get more optimized in your early game, honestly. It's just it feels like it just drags and then the computer just rolls right on through. But let's do it. Let's do another one, and we'll do normal again. And this time we'll be the Americans that we are, and get an extra 100 gold per turn, which helps out a lot, as you can imagine. I'm going to construct a building. We're going to construct a lumber mill. We're also going to hire another peasant. Actually, well, yeah, well, I probably should have hired a swordsman because I know that we get attacked every time after the first year. But we can bring one of our peasants up to do that, and that'll at least not take too much away from our gold. So end the year, call up a militiaman and fight, and hopefully we'll win this fight. I have lost this fight initially before, and yeah, actually we're going to lose this fight. Yep, there it is. Like I said, game's not fair at the very beginning. We'll sometimes just steamroll right over you. So let's try that again. Let's be Americans again. This time we'll actually hire a swordsman. So let's construct a building. Let's get a lumber mill going. And then we have just enough for a swordsman. So we'll do that. And end the year. We'll fight this guy. This time we'll win because we got a swordsman. Hopefully. There we go. We got some faith points now. Excellent. And we got some wood coming in. And there's not much else I can do, so we're going to end the year. And what was the... how much was this? Since 300 gold. Which gives me +1 food. And 50 gold. So let's do that. And we'll end the year. And then we won't be attacked again until year 5, so... just end that year again. And... let's get another peasant. Get me some nice gold, and we'll weather this attack. Yeah, see, they said it was random, but it's really not. I think the enemies are random, relatively speaking, but the actual points at which you battle do not appear to be just yet. Okay, so we'll do that. And I'd like to get another peasant here so we can get as much money coming in as we can early on, so I can buy all the things, because we really need to. By year 15, we're going to start getting wrecked, so I need as much gold coming in as I can so I can get swordsmen and other things as quickly as possible. So let's do that. And swordsman on swordsman, huh? Let's call up a militiaman just in case. Just in case we need a little backup. Yeah, that was a good idea that I did that, because my guy was down to almost nothing. Alright. Scouts have discovered Devil Chicken's lair, blah blah blah. It's the same things all over again. Just banish it and get out of there. And now, construct a building. Let's go. We need 100 wood for the shooting ground. We'll get that, so we have archers available to us as needed. And need 500 gold for the chicken farm. What I could do is get this one, which will give me another thing of food. And then we'll end this year. And we'll say hire an archer. And hire another peasant. Get me more money. Now we're maxed out on that, so we need to construct a building to get beyond that. Den was found. This one is a poacher's camp. So this does, even though there's always a den here, it does change. This has 4 archers, and I get a free forester's hut as a reward. So can I take on 4 archers with, what do I have? I have 1 archer and a swordsman. Actually, I have 1 archer and... oh, I don't have enough food. No. We'll have to wait on that until I have... Let me wait until I get a second swordsman, because the archers are going to be... even though I can run right up to them and do a bunch of damage, they're still going to be a problem. Let's see. What can I do with what I've got? I can get a church going. Or actually, I need a chicken farm, don't I? Let's get the chicken farm going, because I need to be able to hire these people. So we'll do that and end the year. And we've got what? 3 militia and a swordsman. Well, this is not gonna go so well. Let's call up a militia. Let's call up 2 militia. And let's fight and see how this works out for us. Alright, well, we just about won. We lost 2 of our militiamen, which means we're down 2 peasants. So our money has taken a hit from that. And but that said, we have room for more things. So I'll say, get me another swordsman. And I guess if I really want to do this, we're gonna have to go. I don't know. I mean, since it's such a short game, I might as well just try for it, right? Let's just go to scouting. Let's go here, and let's just take on these guys. 4 archers, each with 15 life. I have 2 swordsmen and an archer. I think we might be able to do this, so let's fight. See what happens. And there we go. We did it, but we did lose a swordsman in the process. We got a free forester's hut. Awesome. And now our scouts will continue on. I think in both directions they actually continue going. Alright, so that said, I should have another forester's hut, right? Which gives me another 50 gold per year, which is excellent. Unfortunately, I am now down another swordsman. So once we're attacked again, we're going to be hurting quite a bit. But we got far enough that we can now choose a belief because I have enough faith. So this is where you get like extra buffs based on which belief tree you go under, and you can choose multiples. So you got the Pantheon of Fat Chickens. At the beginning of the battle, 2 random units in the army get plus 20 to life, plus 1 to food from chicken farms, which we do have a chicken farm, so that would actually give us a good boost. Legends of the Miners. Peasants mine 10% more gold, plus 500 gold at once. That's good for getting some more money. Legends of the Forest. 3 Forester's Huts appear for free. Each Forester's Hut gives you plus 1 food. It also gives you plus 50 money, so that's also a really good one. Temple of Defenders. 2 swordsmen join the army immediately. Militiamen have 5 more life. That's actually a really good one, and I really want to use that one. Equality Church. The cost of hiring units decreases by 50 gold. That's also a really good one. As you can see, these are all really good buffs. It's just picking which one you really want. So let's just do the Temple of Defenders. And now we got 2 more swordsmen for free, and our peasants have 5 more health. And speaking of, let's get a... how are we doing with buildings here? We got 68 faith, which is fine. Let's do... let's get some more peasants, so I get some more gold coming in. I'm all about that gold. And we almost have enough for another archer, but not quite. So we will say end the year. Alright, now we could actually defend ourselves pretty well, I'd say. So let's just take these guys on. And kabam! 90. We did lose a swordsman, unfortunately. But it was a free one, so I'm not going to cry that much about it. Alright. That said, we can get a church, which gives me plus 50 faith, but I don't have anything yet that's costing me faith. So I don't know that I need that right now. The stable would be nice because I can just hire knights. Hire up to 3 knights at a time, which are just better all around. Or I can just, you know what? Let's maybe I should. Well, let's get our archer in there. Let's get another peasant. Let's just do that. Let's try to get as much money generating as I can because it's starting to ramp up in difficulty. All right, these guys aren't going to be so bad. There we go. Got another 39 faith points, and we didn't lose anybody in that time, which is the most important thing. So we'll get another swordsman, and we'll get another peasant, and we will continue on. All right, 760 points now. So church 750. This is 800. I think we'll go for a stable. I'm not going to go for a church just yet because, like I said, I'm not using the faith points for anything right now, so it doesn't really matter at this point. So that said, let us do. Let's get some more gold going in here. Also, we're gonna need some. Let's get, that's 450 gold now. All right, we're gonna need a chicken farm, I think, to get through this. So do that, and now all of a sudden the game's like, "Hey, I'm going to beat you over the head." Very hard like. So we got 3 swordsmen, 2 militia, and an archer. I got 3 swordsmen and 2 archers. So this is not going to do well. I'm certainly outnumbered. I think we'll get 2 militia to help us out and hope for the best here. Alright, well, we lost a bunch. We lost a militiaman and a swordsman in that one. But we defended the town successfully. And now I want to get a stable. Get that going. Let's get another archer, because that costs wood, which I don't mind parting with right now. You can see the cost keeps going up. And now I can hire knights for 1,000 gold. Which I do not have, but I will soon. So let's end the year. I should replenish some of my peasants, I think. Not enough food. Oh, right. Let's get... I have just enough for another chicken farm, so we'll do that. Alright, we got 3 swordsmen. I got 2 swordsmen and 2 archers. I think we can do this without calling up a militiaman. I think. Maybe not. Let's call up at least one. Yeah, let's call up 2. Because I don't want the game to end already. See, we took that one guy down really fast. That was a waste, but oh well. Oh well. All right, that's fine. All right, choose a new belief. Let's get Legends of the Forest, because that'll give me more money coming in each month, right? So if I look at construct a building, I should now be getting plus 50 gold for all 6 of those. That will help me a bit. And the cow shed will give me plus 1 food per year, which I don't really need. I got tons of food right now. So what I do need is some swordsmen to replenish my dwindling supply, and then these swordsmen will become knights once I have the money to do it. So end this year. Yeah, we can take these guys on without any additional resources. Very good. Okay. So that's it. We got 1,000. Let's get a knight. Now we're down to 175. End this year. Oh yeah, we got this. These enemies must be random, but the times that they attack don't appear to be random. Alright, so now we're back up to 1,000 again. I could get another knight. Or I can construct some buildings. Let's see. This is 620 wood. So I have to wait until I have wood to get a druid. I would like to get a druid going. The cow shed gives us 600 gold, but is that all? I mean, it gives us plus 1 food, but is that all it does? And then also gives us access to Minotaur's Maze, which allows Minotaurs to be hired. Increases the Minotaur's maximum damage by 1. That's 2,000 gold though, but I guess that would be worth it, right? To do that. Yeah, I guess that would be worth it. So let's get this. And let's get this, so I get even more money coming in. Alright, end the year. What is this? Oh, they got a knight as well. Ah, fancy. Now they're getting up there. But I think we still outnumber them quite a bit. So let's try this and see how it works. I lost a guy. Lost the swordsman. Alright. A den was found. Beast's den. Lost mine. Oh, both of these were found. Yes, like I said, it goes off in both directions. So you can see what's going on. So Beast's den. This has a unicorn, and I get 1 tiger can stay in the enemy. Or stay in the enemy. 1 tiger can stay in the army. Which I think that gives me a tiger. I don't know what that does. I still don't know what that does. But this is where you can beat up the unicorn. So this hasn't really changed. And then this one is the... this one only has 2 minotaurs. The last time I looked at the Lost Mine, it had 3 minotaurs. And that was it. No swordsmen or archers. This one has 2 with 2 swordsmen and 2 archers. But it gives me 3,000 gold. But yeah, I'm not going to even take that on right now. The unicorn wasn't that hard, if I remember correctly. So let me just get my ducks in a row here. Let's get a Druid's Oak going. And they take 500 wood to hire. I guess we'll get another knight, huh? Oh, they don't take away from the swordsman. Okay, I thought the swordsmen were upgrading to knights, but no, I'm just hiring knights directly. Okay, that's even better. Alright, so that said, let's go into the beast's den. Let's slay the unicorn, because I still don't know what that reward means, because I haven't seen anything of it. So we will fight. Oh, that unicorn, man. Took out 199 faith points, took out one of my swordsmen. One tiger can stay in the army. Yeah, I still don't know what that means. I still don't know exactly what they mean by one tiger can stay in the army. But we do get +1. Maybe that's what it means. We get +1 food every year now, because you can see it says +1 now. I don't know. I still haven't quite figured that one out. We got all this faith too that we can't use. And we gotta end this year. And we gotta fight these dudes, which we will do. Very good. Without any losses. Excellent. That's the way I want to see it go. So, I could get more archers if I upgrade that, or I can wait until I have 500 wood. I can also get another lumber mill, which would help with that a little bit. If I get another shooting ground, I'll be able to get 3 more archers. I don't have 3 knights yet. This is 2,000 gold. I don't want to do that just yet either. What was this? 4,700 wood. Wow. Allows unicorns to be hired. Only 1 unicorn can live in every forest. Wow, that's an interesting upgrade. Yeah. Just having the archers would be good, I guess. But I don't know. This is 1,000 gold to get another lumber mill as well. Well, this is 600 wood. I can't do this yet anyway. But I could get more wood generation going with another lumber mill. Don't know. I think I should replenish my swordsman supply, honestly, before I do anything with regards to that. Because we're getting attacked all the time now. And it's not going to continue on until I do something with the Lost Mine. So we're probably not going to see what's beyond that. Alright, we'll fight these guys. These are just regular swordsmen. Or knights, I mean. No, swordsmen, yeah. 58 points. There we go. So we're almost to year 25. This is where the first I've gotten is year 25. So we're into unknown territory now, as far as I'm concerned. I could just get the maximum number of peasants. Just the maximum gold coming in, 1,200 that I can do. And then that'll give me some room to maneuver here. We got plenty of food coming in. In fact, it's going up by 1 every year automatically, so that's always a good thing. And we got 200 wood coming in. So we should be able to hire our druid next time. 3 shots, huh? Interesting. Alright. End the year. Alright, just fight these guys. Shouldn't be too bad. Good. And now we can do another belief. Peasants mine 10% more gold. Beginning of the battle, 2 random units of the army get +20 to life, +1 to food from chicken farms. I want to do this one because of the life in battle that gives you. Plus it gave me some +1 to the food, so we're up to 32 people that we can have now. And we want hire a druid. Excellent. And what else do we want to do now? Now that I've got all this gold burning a hole in my pockets. I could try to get 3 more knights if we wanted to. Or I can hire get more swordsmen. I think the knights would be a better investment, since I'm making 1,200 gold a turn, so I can always get at least 1 knight, probably. So we'll do that. I think. And yeah, that's good for now. That's good for this year. And now you can see I've got 2 units here that have extra life on them, thanks to that little buff that we got. So, oh, turn into a tiger. Druid turns into a tiger. The tiger survives the battle. He will leave to live in the forest. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, so if the tiger attacks as fast as all melee units. Oh, that's what they meant by a tiger. Oh, okay. I did not know that, but I needed a druid in order to do that, which was interesting. Okay. Battle's over. Awesome. And what else? Got all this stuff going for us. Let's go hire another knight. And I should probably get another town hall if I had the 1200 gold for it, which I don't. Get more peasants, get more gold coming in. We can also just get another forester's hut for the 600. Well, that's 600 gold, which I don't have. so no, we can't really do anything with this except stare lovingly at our lack of being able to hire more peasants and things. Okay. All right, what are these? Oh, minotaurs. Now these guys are going to probably wreck my face. Because they do 10 to 20 damage and they have 100 life. So yeah, this is going to be a bit rough, to say the least. Yep. I lost 2 knights and a swordsman. See, that's why I didn't want to fight those minotaurs in that cave. That was just 2 minotaurs right there doing that. That just completely destroyed my army here. Almost. So that said, I can go get another. This takes 600 wood. Of course it does. I'd like to get another one of these. Get a couple more archers going. In the meantime, we can do. Let's try to get our. Let's get a knight in here, and let's get another swordsman. Just try to maintain our army, our standing army. All right, end the year. All right, 2 swordsmen. No problem. No biggie. We got these guys. And that druid is just wrecking face once they can get their shots off. So 700. That means I can do another shooting ground, and then we can get some more archers to even make it even more of a lopsided battle. And let's get our swordsmen up there. And I think that will be all that I can do right now with that. Alright, 3 swordsmen and an archer. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Makes you wonder how I failed so miserably the first time, couple times around, right? But it's like, it takes a little bit to try to figure out how everything is fleshing out. Plus that fighting as the Americans in this gives you that extra 100 per turn, which actually works out a lot. Extra 100 gold per turn works out really well. So that's the other part of it. Let us do another knight. And do I have enough for anything else down here? I don't think so. 930 gold. It's +1 food. Let's get another barracks so I can get some more swordsmen as well. You know what I really need though is another town hall. I meant to do that. Oh well, we'll do that next turn here. Let's go get a town hall so I can get some more peasants coming in as we need them. And this year, and we got a knight, and we got 4 swordsmen and 2 militiamen. So this might pose a bit of an issue for us, but we'll see in a moment as we send our people in there. Alright, we lost 1 swordsman. That wasn't bad at all. Not bad at all, I'd say. Alright, so we'll get, in fact, we'll replenish that right now. We'll get some peasants. Get some more gold coming in. And more wood as well. And I can get an archer. So we got that going for us. Alright, it's just kind of rolling along now. Let's go to the scouting. So, okay, they did continue down this path. That's good, because I emptied that path out. Just this path they haven't started down. This one, the Minotaurs are still freaking me out there, because I don't really want to take them on. Unless I have Minotaurs of my own to take them on with. Swordsmen's, 2 knights, and 2 archers. Alright. Okay, we lost 1 knight. And we found a den, a sinister forest. What is this? 4 unicorns will give us 666 wood. Ain't worth it. Ain't worth it at all. What I want to do is let's get a knight going to replace the one we had. Let's get another peasant going. Alright, end the year. We'll get a couple swordsmen, I think, this year. Alright. Oh, they're throwing a kitchen sink at me now. 11 swordsmen, 2 knights, and a militiaman. Oof. Alright, well, let's turn our druid into a tiger, because I think this is this seems like the point where we need that extra buff. So let us then fight, shall we? Alright, so we lost 5 swordsmen and 1 knight in that one. But now we can get some more faith here. We can get 10% more gold. We can do Lumberjack's Masters, 200 wood per year from lumber mills. Cost of swordsman is reduced by 100 gold. That's actually quite nice. If you lose the battle, half of the peasants automatically goes into the militia and appears on the battlefield. Huh. Oh. Oh, okay. So if I lose the battle, I'll automatically get some more militia to come in immediately to help me out. Cost of hiring units is decreased by 50 gold. That's not really that useful. Chicken father. Each chicken farm can support 1 additional peasant. Lumber mills. Swordsman is reduced by 100 gold. I think I will do this one. I think that's what I will do. Oh, because I did that, the tiger doesn't leave. That's right. They said that the tiger would go out into the forest after the turn, but I don't lose a tiger because of that. So there you go. Now I can get another druid in there. Druids. The druids. I've got Spaceballs stuck in my head here. Swordsmen. We need a bunch of swordsmen to replenish the ones that had fallen in battle. Alright, 1685 we got. So let's do more swordsmen, I think. And then another peasant. Alright. So far so good. We got 1,000 wood. So I can get another archer. And we'll get another knight to bolster our ranks. Let's get 2 peasants to get some more money coming in. Holy hell, man. 21 swordsmen. 21 swordsmen. 5 militiamen, 4 archers, and 3 knights. Wow, they're just really... Wow, they're just throwing the kitchen sink at me now. Alright, well, we'll fight and see how this works out. Luckily, my tiger's up in the front row this time because the AI doesn't seem to maneuver them around quite right. Oh, they killed my tiger. That's not good. They got through to my archers. Oh yeah, we have lost this one. Now there's the militiamen that automatically come up. And that's it, my friends. That is all she wrote. That one last militia guy. Or two last militia guys. That's it. We held out for 35 years. That's the longest run I had on it. So yeah, you can see the game just kind of ramps up a little bit out of nowhere. And then it just becomes ridiculously impossible to get any further in it. And that was just on normal mode. I guess if I had put it on easy mode, I probably would have had less of a struggle there at the end. But there you go. I don't know what special game is, honestly. 25 years. We need to survive for 25 years. Brutal force. Only swordsmen can be hired. Dark times. You cannot build churches. 10% more faith from battles. Ooh. Only swordsmen and minotaurs can be hired. Other combat units will not be available. Invasion of zombie chickens. Zombie chickens attack once every 5 years. Other enemies will not attack between the raids. Plague. At the beginning of the battle, all units lose 88% health. Healing effects don't work. Wow. So that's okay. Some different special modes. Give it a little extra oomph there. But that has been 50 years, my friends. It's out on Steam. It's in early access. It's currently $4.99 US. There was talk in the early access of possibly reducing the price of it, which I think would be a very good idea, given what is here. And as I said before at the very beginning of this game, full disclaimer, received a key for this game for free from the developer via key mailer. Links to everything you've seen here, links to the game and to any other information I have on it will be down in the description as always. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.